Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. With the season just about to begin, Shotzzy is certainly in the spotlight over at the Optic Texas side, potentially finding a new weapon that might be in the meta, and Methodz thinking that maybe he's got a bit of an ego since joining Optic. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button is the best thing you can do. Tell the channel reach any people, please do subscribe as well. If you have not yet already, I'd really appreciate it. Let's just crack right on. This I thought was pretty cool from the Atlanta FaZe guys. They're doing a media day, they're back in business for the upcoming season. Well, I mean, of course, they're looking to go for the back-to-back. Pretty incredible to me that already Simp, aBeZy, like Arcitys, they already have 2 world championships. Like, it's pretty incredible. I don't know how many they're going to have to win to be considered #1 of all time. Just like, I mean, look, how many champs does Simp have to win to become, like, #1 all time? Because if he wins 3, does he have to win 4? Just because of the longevity that Crimsix has? I don't know. The question's there. Well, we'll see if they can pull it off, right, and see if it's going to happen. Because Simp might go down as the GOAT at one point or another. This also from CDL Scrim Intel. Scrim results from yesterday. They play up against Paris. It's 3-2. Definitely a lot of the scrims I've seen lately have been very close and back and forth. We only really get to see who Boston are playing against, and when they play Optic, they want to play off stream for whatever reason, if we looked at a few days ago. No Tuscan control played for whatever reason, but yeah, 3-2 here in favor of Boston. There was also just some hard points that were played between Boston and Los Angeles Thieves that Nero was streaming, and I'm pretty sure we didn't see any controls here. We also didn't see if they went to play Search and Destroy or if they played a second set or anything, but they played 4 maps here. I believe Los Angeles Thieves won this one 3-1, and they gathered to again. Like, you know, I see like I mentioned this every time, but every single time I see CDL Scrim Intel post Los Angeles Thieves playing Gavertoo, they're just winning it pretty comfortably. Here they beat them, 250-75, and I think I even saw in Envoy's kind of, he did a recap vlog or whatever, or actually was going into the series just before they played up against Optic, and he was saying that he reckons that JKap and that won the vetoes in that Optic series before they even played, and largely maybe because Gavertoo was there, right, which seems to be a real home territory right now for Los Angeles Thieves. So maybe Optic will have learned that lesson when they play them again, but yeah, it seems to be the new checkmate for Drazah and the like, frankly. They seem a very difficult team to beat on this map, at least at the present time. Things certainly could all change. This I thought was also kind of interesting because Elgato's talking about Wordle, right, and I saved at least 5 hours of my life by not doing it, and as Scrim says, I saved at least 100 hours by removing myself from the GA chat, because that's the thing, like Slash has talked about this as well. He used to be very heavily involved in the GAs and the way the pros would decide, okay, what we're using, what we're not using, and Crimsix also used to be involved. I think it was basically Slasher, Accuracy, Crimsix, and Clayster. Those are kind of like the 4 horsemen or whatever of the GA chats, and nowadays they've kind of just got, I don't know, too old of it, too bored of it, or whatever. Clayster, I guess, is still involved, probably on the New York front. Slasher doesn't really bother too much anymore. Accuracy, I'm pretty sure, is involved, and Crimsix is also out of there as well. But there are some questions about, okay, if another weapon comes in that is viable in the meta, what are the pros going to do about it? Because right now, people are talking about the snipers being too strong, whereas all I see when I play is MP40s gunning people in 3 bullets all across the map. And, obviously the MP40 is incredibly strong right now, but still, I think the balance between the MP40 and the auto isn't too bad in terms of we still see some autos on certain maps. Like, it's not all MP40 dominated. Sometimes on Bacage you can get away with 4 MP40s though, so that is another question mark. But still, if another weapon comes along to replace the MP40 to maybe be more viable than it, we've seen in previous games the likes of the Uzi, and of course, like Envoy really like the Uzi back in Modern Warfare. There's other guns that have come along that can be used. The AUG as well in Modern Warfare was used for a bit before the pros decided to G8, because Priestahh got that 1 kill on some Petrograd, you guys might remember. But potentially, Shotzzy has discovered a new weapon in the Welgun, which may well be viable in the current state. Look, every gun kills pretty quick, but still, if this Welgun is actually viable, then who knows if some people pull it out. I don't think it would be against the rules, right? But it might well be against what GAs the pros want to do, because generally, they quite like it when there's, when there's only like 2 weapons in the meta, it seems right now. So this is the Welgun. This was added into the game quite a while ago, like the 12th of January, you can see right here, and it seems like no one really used it until now. This seems to be a thing quite often, right? Pros are still getting used to the MP40, the other weapons, how everything is going, but this Welgun kills very quickly up close. It doesn't really seem to have any recoil. This seems to just be a classic weapon that the developers love to put in nowadays. Like, shoots incredibly straight, high damage, great iron sights, like no recoil at all. It's like, it's just like it's just easy mode gun, right, it seems, honestly. The MP40 is also, I guess, kind of easy mode, but still, this gun seems ultra easy mode, because Shotzzy was using it on stream a couple of days ago. He was playing some Bacage with it. He was dropping some crazy numbers. Like, I mean, just popping pieces left, right, and center, and Crimsix on the other side actually wasn't particularly happy about it. Like, and of course, he called Shotzzy a rat a couple of days ago as well, and this I'm pretty sure might be from that same stream session, where Shotzzy's using the Welgun to good effect, loses the map anyway, and then Crimsix had a few words to say.
Nah, dude, I mean deadass, this gun's broken. I mean deadass.
Stable, weak trace.
This gun is broken. Look at that, dude. Nah, this gun's broken. I mean deadass too. Or low key. Maybe could be truck door.
Yeah, Trucker's going top bar. He's doing the hop. He's doing the hop.
Hold.
He's doing the hop.
Backdoor dead. I literally am 2-blowing it, dude.
Oh, Grease. And one's pushing front hole.
Roll then.
One's going ASD, cutting off low right tank.
I'll spawn
Low
water.
right tank. He's already pushed through. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think one go through.
Yep, in the back. We flip. I think we flip. Back wall.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I think we did.
We did.
Okay.
Back right tech on you. Back right tech.
I bet. I got him. Alright, now we've it's done.
Man, bro. Is he serious? Demons, bro.
No, I thought he was gonna be the barrel, dude.
What the
Jesus Christ, he's
What the playing, dude?
an ant. Don't you dare use a troll gun versus me, you rat.
Man.
So what do you guys think about this Welgun, right? Could it possibly be viable in competitive play? Like, just by the looks of it, it probably looks like it could be. Do the pros want to use it, though? That's another question. If anyone pulls it out, which I guess they could technically pull it out at well, in the kickoff, right, or at the opening weekend, sorry, or even at the major, then what are they going to do about it, right? Do the pros are they going to just try and GA this gun? I don't know, because in an ideal world, you have like at least 2 or 3 weapons that are, let's say, the Black Ops 2 days, right? You could use the MSMC. Early doors, you could use the PDW, then that got nerfed. The MSMC also got nerfed at the same time, but not so severely. So the MSMC was great in Black Ops 2, but also the Scorpion was viable. Scumby's getting cross-map kills with the Scorpion on slums. Like, that was a very common weapon in certain situations. Rambo also really liked the MP7. That was another viable SMG. They all kind of had their pros and their cons. They were all usable. The pros didn't say, okay, no, the Scorpion, it fires too fast, it's got to be banned or something. Like, but the Welgun seems a very similar weapon, really, to the MP40. Just shoots very straight, great damage. Like, Shotzzy was making it look really good, let's be honest. So, you know, maybe that's a possibility that comes through. I also wanted to show another clip that came out at the similar time, because of course Shotzzy's done a fair bit of streaming, right? He's having a good time at it, and I believe we did see Crimsix say to Envoy, when Envoy decided to go to LA Thieves, instead of potentially teaming with him over at New York Subliners or whatever could have been a possibility there, he was basically saying, look, Envoy kind of got a bit of an ego in the sense that he kind of wants to be on a team with a big brand, big following, this type of stuff, and maybe that is something that happens, right? When you're a guy like Shotzzy, and you join Optic for the first time, you get all the gas from the green wall, you're having a good time in the stream, that you're acting in a way that you might not necessarily do before, and that's kind of what Methodz says right here, that Shotzzy's been a bit of a jokester on streamers of late, maybe starting some games when people aren't ready, just to have a good laugh with the chat, because there's obviously a lot of people in there now, more than they would have been when he was just part of Dallas and not part of Optic, and Clayster and Methodz have a few words to say.
I just went back to default.
Don't be an asshole to make your stream laugh and go ahead and.
Sorry, what?
What?
Hold on.
Ant is never an asshole, first off. So the fact that
he's
you'd
a
even
prick.
insinuate that is...
He's a prick.
Yeah, never okay.
Well, maybe optics changed you. Never mind.
I just gassed you.
I know.
I was like, wait, there's something wrong? Wait, Zinni, what were we gonna say though? I'm so confused.
I said don't be a prick and start it just to make your stream laugh, okay? I'm joining.
So a few interesting tweets to finish out the video. This from Maniak. Wait a second, I just realized something. COD kids have a new game every year, tournaments every day, a Pro League, Challenges, Wages, and Battle Royale. No more complaining from y'all. And to be fair, like, I know JKap says horrific tweets, and obviously there are certainly some things to still complain about here. I imagine the Call of Duty League. But still, in fairness, compared to some other esports and some other games, like, COD isn't in the worst state of all time. Like, I was watching a video on Overwatch and the state of the Overwatch League, and I mean, wow, that game is a complete shambles. Like, they're kind of waiting for the new game to come out. They don't really have another league going on. Like, that's just a complete disaster all across the board. So, still, I guess it could be worse, but thankfully with the season starting tomorrow, we're back in business. The storylines are back in business. Hopefully we're going to have a great season ahead. I'm honestly pretty confident this is going to be good. I think Vanguard will get better to watch over time, and hopefully this season's going to be better than I think a lot of us thought it would be a month or so ago. This also I thought was pretty entertaining, right? As Octane says, there's some talk about Supermax, right, as a player back into the CDL. And as JKap says to Octane, couldn't be any worse of an investment than Seattle had with you. And that's kind of interesting, right, that Octane leaves Seattle and immediately they make a grand finals with their new roster. But in fairness, they completely switched up their coaching, their general management stuff, all that type of stuff, the way they think about building rosters, which of course is a necessity if they actually want to succeed. So quick to hurt Kappa, who hurt you, right? But to be fair, Octane looked pretty good on the Los Angeles Thieves on the other side of things as well. This also is Shady points out, and Octane replies to, come on man, you can't do this to me. This is Fort Worth 2019 in the CWL. I believe it was Luminosity Gaming, right, that won this event, because this was when Classic was going off on the main stage with the Rampart right in hand. And I mean, yeah, look how packed this venue is. Just fantastic stuff. Good times in the CWL, but hopefully some similar events to come up, like this relatively soon as well, because of course Esports Engine, they're running things now, the same MLG guys that were putting on this event, so definitely, hopefully at least, a bright future ahead on the Call of Duty front. And just to finish off with this absolutely fantastic clip that I saw yesterday from Attach, always trust your teammates. They're clearly playing a Scrim search and destroy right here up against Toronto. And well, it's a 1 versus 3 for attach with the sniper rifle. He gets the first kill. This is kind of the weird thing in a way that it seems like the Toronto guys maybe aren't playing as disciplined as they might be. And well, of course, the Minnesota guys aren't taking it quite as seriously as they might be otherwise as well. Just because, of course, well, it's just a scrim right in search and destroy. Doesn't mean all that much, but it's still, I guess, better practice than nothing. And this final kill attach gets is pretty ridiculous. And certainly there's some entertaining commentary and communication in the background, but very much intrigued to your thoughts and all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit a like button. Tells the YouTube gods it's a good video. I just like you should see it as well. And help grow the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you as always. Take care. And I will see you next time.
Yeah. That's a good spot.
Yo, let's see something.
He's top mid in those walls.
And those walls. These walls can talk.
Yep, there he is.
Yep.
If these walls could talk.
CleanX was bottom mid. He's probably pushed up our A train, I think.
Cammy was sniping top
seconds,
tower.
bro. You gotta stay on the move, bro. They're not gonna challenge you. Pull up the
No,
pistol,
I
make
saw
a
him.
play.
Wait, I saw him.
Tab.
Down. Oh, yeah.
Oh, last guy's CleanX.
They know bombs down.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
He's in Cellium room.
He's in that train.
It was stun nade.
What the? That's good. I
Shook.
like that.
Ah, yeah.
That was a good bait.
Oh,
That was top mid.
He's gonna cower.
Yo, listen.
This is an easy
Go,
read.
go
Watch,
fake a
watch.
B. Go fake a B plant, and then he's gonna come out that hole, bro, and you're gonna kill him.
Hear that?
3 seconds, bro. Remember.
1, 2 Mississippi.
Going
to
to
Mississippi.
Look.
You just always stick the plan.
Wait!
Dude, impossible, dude. Let's go, dude. So hard. This one's easy. That one's free. That one's free.